Hi guys, this is Colin and welcome back to the channel. I have a little clip of the Russian cruiser. Actually, the first time I heard about this cruiser, I thought, oh sweet, they finally put an Italian cruiser in the game. I mean, Budyonny! Budyonny! Eh! I mean, try to really do that head tilt and do that hand gestures when you say that name. Budyonny! I mean, does that sound Italian or what? But nope, it was a Russian ship. So this is the Tier 6 Budyonny, and as you may know, this is a real good, strong mid-tier cruiser. Before this came along, my favorite cruisers were Cleveland, of course, in the US tree, and also I liked the Nurnberg in the German tree. And both of them are really strong cruisers, but I think Budyonny really beats them all. Of course, it doesn't has the great AA that Cleveland has, and it doesn't really have that armor penetrating as the Nurnberg has, but it's a pretty good all-round cruiser. It has semi-decent AA, it has pretty decent armor-piercing shells, and it's pretty decent at setting fires, just as the Cleveland. And it has some pretty good armor. It actually has thicker armor than both of the tiers above in the Russian tree, the Shchors and the Shabayev. So this guy is built for brawling, and brawling it will do. So I'm heading straight to sea, trying to cap sea for our team. I told the Gremiashi on our team just before that I will cover him if he helps me cap this cap. And we come across a enemy Clemson and also another unknown ship in the background that is firing on us. So we both engage this Clemson, and I'm hoping to get this cap before many other cruisers and battleship on the enemy team will get here. And as you see, it has really decent rate of fire, and one of the strengths on this ship is that it has 2 turrets in the front and 1 turret in the back, which means that you have really decent chance on charging in bow on towards enemy and make them turn pretty much, and then you will penetrate them with armor piercing. It actually does pretty decent damage as well to broadside battleships. And now this is a stock Budyonny. I haven't researched the second hull. This is actually the second time I own Budyonny. I have grinded up to the Dmitry Donskoy, or the Donny. I call it Donny. So I have owned this before, and I had to sell it because I needed the credits to buy the Shchors. But I really missed this ship, so I went back and bought it for a second time, but I still have not the credits for the second hull. So this is a stock Budyonny, so I will get better HP pool and some better AA, I think. and also better torps, or at least more torps. Now I have 3 on each side, and they only go out to 4 kilometers, of course, since it's a Russian cruiser. And I think that is, if it should be pretty OP if it had like 6 or 8 kilometer torps. So, but then again, if you do find yourself in a close combat situation with a battleship, you can pretty much kill him with your torp spread. At least when you have the upgraded hull, where you have 5 really strong torpedoes. Now I killed off that first cruiser, and another Furutaka came in and started engaging us. And of course I'm driving bow on, so I minimize the size of my ship. And I use armor penetrating shots, and as you can see, I'm really racking up those citadel shots. So he didn't really do a good decision driving broadside to me and that Nicholas. And the Nicholas finally takes him out with his torps. And then we have the enemy Cleveland. But I look at the minimap and I see that the enemy team has captured 2 bases, and this is always my number 1 priority in cap domination games. We always need to have those advantages in caps, otherwise we are bleeding tickets and we have a big chance of losing. So I see that the friendly Gremiashi I was teamworking with before on this C cap is heading towards B. So I'm telling him to cap B, and I will try and catch up as soon as possible to help him and support him capping. Because this is one of the most important things right now, I feel, in this match. So he do seem pretty uncontested at B. It looks like the majority of the remaining enemy ships are at A. So this should be a easy cap for the Gremmy. I do wish I had a Gremiashi. It sounds like a real nice DD to play. Some say it's really OP, and it looks OP if you watch gameplay of that destroyer. Now that Gremiashi tells me that I should pay attention to the Cleveland that was north of C, and I understand that we only have that Nicholas left at C, and the Cleveland can kill that Nicholas pretty easily. So I turn back towards C again to try and help that Nicholas with that Cleveland, and of course keeping the C cap safe for our team. So here comes enemy Cleveland, and I do the same strategy again, choosing of course my armor penetrating shells because he's showing a perfect broadside, and I get rewarded with a citadel on the first salvo. There comes the second citadel. Now he's turning away because he realizes his mistake, but even though he's really angled, I do quite good damage to him with like 2k salvos. That wasn't pretty good, but I can't win them all. But now he makes a mistake of showing his broadside again, and I get rewarded with 4.5k salvo. And I don't really understand what he's doing here. There's citadel number 7, And he just continues showing that perfect broadside. Citadel number 8. Unfortunately, he did take out that Nicholas, so I wasn't able really to save him. But I will revenge him. Yes. And here I was thinking about just testing out my torps, but it was such an easy kill, so I really didn't have the time to fire off those torps. But please believe me, those torps are really sweet, especially when you have the second hull upgraded. You will get 5 torps on each side, and if you come up close to an enemy battleship, you can pretty much sink him with one salvo if you aim those torps good. Now I see an enemy in New Mexico driving straight into B cap, and of course I can't really allow this because we need that B cap to remain, to keep that advantage we have right now. Because as you see, we have the same amount of ships, we have pretty much the same amount of tickets, and if they take the B cap, then we are in a world of hurt. But at the same time, you shouldn't really pick a fight with a New Mexico that's on 80% full health in a Budyonny with like 40% health. But as I said many times before in my videos, I really like to play aggressive, and I always pretty much get rewarded for playing aggressive, and it suits my playstyle. So if I die, I die, but I died guns blazing, and that's my way to go. So my main priority right now is to keep him reset, so I get those base defense, and I am reversing right now because I don't want him to be able to predict his aim for me as well as he should. So I'm trying to keep my distance and just rain down fire HE upon him. And as you see, he doesn't get any progression with the cap. Of course, we don't earn any tickets right now from that cap because he's in it, but he as well doesn't get the cap for his team, so it's pretty much status quo. And I think that Gremiashi was successful in killing their aircraft carrier. So now we have one ship advantage, and I'm just continue to work on this New Mexico. And as you can see, this was pretty much the first time he really did some damage to me. I have been able to dodge his attacks pretty successful, and he of course is burning from stem to stern. He has a nice barbecue on deck, so he won't be successful in trying to cap because he's pretty much sailing out of the cap now, and he hasn't got any progression on that cap, which was my plan the whole time. And as you see, his health, he was pretty much 80% health when I started, and now he's pretty much dying. And I don't think I get this kill, but I think I did most of the work on him. And I get the high caliber, which is always nice. Now we have 2 remaining ships, the RAP Haruna and the Svetlana. And I see the Svetlana on the minimap, and it looks like he's gonna do a big mistake by sailing perfect broadside towards my Budyonny. So of course I change to AP and I start working on his citadel. And I get 3 citadels in the first salvo. I get my 3rd kill. And I get Confederate, which is also very nice. So now there is only 1 ship left. 80% full health Aruna, and we have all the 3 caps. We have big ticket advantage, and this game is pretty much over. Now I'm just using him as a free XP pinata, using my spotter plane, which is really good with this ship to use, and pretty much setting some more fires and getting some more damage upon him. So I'm just telling my team that it was a really great successful battle, and pretty much just waiting out those tickets. And there we go. So there was some pretty decent credits, some very nice XP, 9,300, Confederate, high caliber, 12 citadels, 22 base defense, made number 1 in the team, which is always nice. I take the time to congratulate and compliment the Gremiashi, which I thought did a really great job, and did some decent damage, 125,000. So that was a good game. Thank you very much, and have a good one.